Francophone, 2 fois président, passer le pouvoir à un anglophone. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président.
Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroon. Good day to the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. And good day to the beautiful people of British Cameroons. This is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Moulin Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. I want you to listen to this audio first before I get into the nooks and crannies for this political broadcast today. And the title for this party political broadcast today is called Droit de Reponse. Listen to this.
Paul Biya. Ashu, from what you say and in your point of view, from what I gather, President Paul Biya is somebody Cameroonians can rely on to make things happen.
Boki, I tell you what, President Paul Biya is a blessing to this country. Cameroonians, we are lucky. We are made because we have Paul Biya, the helm of the statecraft. This president is our greatest marksman. He is our principal goal scorer. He has always taken us out of very difficult situations, first because of his immense wisdom.
Sorry about that.
Cloud. Those who meet President Paul Biya for the first time are out and bow in reverence, in respect for his profound knowledge and civility. The president of FIFA visited President Paul Biya today. You needed to have seen the pleasure of Gianni Infantino meeting President Paul Biya. I was at the Unity Palace. I saw things for myself, Moki. The president of FIFA gave President Biya a jersey as a memorabilia, as a symbolic transfer of President Paul Biya to the World FIFA football team. On that jersey was written number 9, and then Infantino insisted, this is not Messi, this is Biya. Do you know why he said that? Because Messi is considered as the greatest football player on earth. But Paul Biya is in a class of his own. He is one notch higher. He is without comparison. How many heads of state have that privilege? When you have a head of state with such stature, with such candor, such pedigree, and with such subtlety, what else can you be asking for, Moki? It is like you are in a ship facing a tempest tossed, and you get up and remember the name and the track record of the captain, and you go back to sleep, knowing that whatever happens, the captain will rudder the ship to safer shores. That is the case of Cameroon with President Paul Biya. Fellow citizens, do not be weary. The ship of Cameroon is in safe hands. Have confidence in the captain. His name is Paul Biya.
The Chief Unity Palace correspondent, Ashu.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, usually I don't talk about individuals. And today, I am talking about this guy called Ashu. The reason I'm talking about this Ashu is because on Thursday, he made some statement about me and put it in a public domain, which I find it to be damaging to my reputation. It is libelous. It is defamatory in connection to my character. That's why I'm talking about this guy today. And as if it was not enough, yesterday on Friday morning, he continued sending me, inboxing me texts. I don't know where he got my number from because I don't know him. And what I say, this topic is called Droit de Reponse because in England, in the English culture, when somebody make untrue statement about you, things that are defamatory or things that are damaging your reputation, it is very important to come and put your own side of the story. And I will make it clear because I don't have any pity for this guy. I've made it clear to him to withdraw the statement and to apologize. He hasn't. And if he doesn't do it, there will be more what I will do for him, because sometimes people go to school, but school doesn't go through them, because I understand he's a PhD holder. And today, I want to make it clear. I will say some of the remarks, what he said about me. So that's just some of it. And I will just tell you and why I'm making this political broadcast. And it's very important that I make it clear, because when people sit quiet, they say, oh, leave it, don't talk. No, we don't do that in England. In England, if you insult the Prime Minister will come and hit back. That's how we do it in England. We don't do that Cameroon style, oh, just leave it, just leave it. We don't. Because these are the people, these are the criminals in Cameroon. These are the people destroying our country. I will say you, this is what he said. He just said, this is what he wrote to me. I'm asking, he said, oh, shit, it's gone off. 1 second, please. He said, please, bro, I just wish to know, how do you get up in the morning? Do you usually get up angry? Listen. I'm asking because most of the things you say are negativity, insulting the country, and other disparaging remarks. This is nothing good. There's nothing good rather you can say about the country. Just asking. Think hard. You may have one positive thing to say about the country. So he's saying that I don't say anything positive about the Cameroons. That's what he's saying. And I asked him in the public domain where he made this statement. I said, can you put one negative thing that I've ever said about Cameroon? He couldn't. I said, please put the evidence there. One thing that I've ever said negative about the Cameroons. He couldn't. So these are people, they call themselves journalists, and they don't know the ethics of journalism, because before you say something, you must have evidence. You must have evidence. The audio I just played where this guy was chanting, singing his illusion, I gave it to some British-born people to look at it objectively. I gave it to them. Listen to that. They listen. Do you know what they say? They say this man is delusional. Fantasy, illusion. That's what they said. He's delusional. Delusional means to believe things that couldn't be possible be true. You make believe, illusion. So my point is, I want to debunk what this criminal, I call him criminal. I'll tell you why Ashu is a criminal. I'll tell you why. I don't know this guy. I've never spoken to him. And he thinks he can make remarks about me. So it is very important, as I'm talking, that I hope this video, which is a party political broadcast, will meet Mr. Ashu. Listen. I am a leader of British Cameroon National Party. The job of an opposition political party is to scrutinize and hold the government to account. Scrutinize and hold the government to account. In the UK, in America, opposition political party make sure they look at the fault of the government, what the government is not doing. They don't praise the government. I am not talking about the country, British Cameroon or La République du Cameroon. That's not what I'm talking. I am criticizing a government in power. And as an opposition, in order for you to come to power, you have to make sure you look at the bad things about the government. That's how you do it. That's politics. That's why I said there's a non-functional government in the Cameroons and a non-functional opposition, because they don't do what I'm doing. For instance, if I come and say, Mr. Biya promised a deep sea port in Victoria and a ring road in Northwest region, what am I saying? I said Mr. Biya lied 30 years ago. That's how we do politics in the Western world. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm stating a fact. I was in Commercial Avenue when Mr. Biya made that statement that he will personally supervise the deep sea port and the ring road in Commercial Avenue, Mankombamenda. I was present. So 30 years after, Mr. Biya have not done that. As a politician, as a leader of a political party, I have to say, Mr. Biya have been promising what? Failed promises, no deep sea port. Failed promises, no ring road. That's how you do politics. It's not hatred. It doesn't mean you hate your country. I have come several times. I've made it clear that in constitutional law, you have the president of the republic, which is an office, an institution. Then Mr. Biya is a private man and he has got a family life. Those are two different things. I don't come here and criticize the country. I criticize a do-nothing government. And I would want to tell Mr. Ashu the things that I've done in Cameroon for free. Nobody paid me. How I changed Cameroon as an individual. I would list it on this program because he's so delusional. I was in the Cameroons, November, December 2022. I was highlighting the pigsty, death in the street. That's what you're highlighting, making sure that they should clean the streets of the Cameroons. That's not negativity. I'm concerned about the health of our people. People who sit, they don't say anything. When our streets are filled with litter, they are the people who hate the country. If I say clean the country, I love the country. That's it. When our teachers, our lawyers, our university students, they were brutalized by the police of the regime of La République du Cameroun. Because I love the country. What's it? Country is made up of what? Population, that's the people. Territory and a government. So the fact that our civilian brothers, teachers, lawyers, students, they were beaten, tortured by the regime of La République du Cameroun. So if I go about, sleep in the embassy, protest that they should be released, it's because I love that country. When they torture lawyers, they drag them in the street, you keep quiet, it means you hate that country. When I went to Yaoundé University, there was only what? In public law, 99% French. I fought hard in Yaoundé University for Biya University, and they gave us Biya University. Our sisters, our brothers, who used to go to write jam in Nigeria, what happened? They started going to Biya University. That is somebody who loved the country. He said, I always say things negative about the country. No, to fight for your right, better life for our people. That is somebody who loves the country. When you sit, you do but, you're lying. You think Paul Biya is a fool. You are a scammer. What you said, and praising Paul Biya, you are a scammer. That's what scammers they do. You thank the head of state. I fought for GCE board because I love the country. Country is about the people. I love the people of the Cameroons. That's why I fought for GCE board. I fought for multi-party politics because I love the people of the Cameroons. So what's negativity about that? There's no light in Cameroons. Yaoundé had no light for how many days? My friends, they told me. Biya had no light and other parts in the Cameroon. I'm fighting that people should have electricity, pipe-borne water, good road and hospital. How is that negativity? That's why I don't respect people who go to school anymore, PhD, because people go to school and they don't reason. They can speak good English, they can write good English, but they don't know the meaning of the things that they speak or they write. I remember some years ago, I was in the train going out of London to Basingstoke. I met a Caucasian with a family. I have 2 kids in the train. They were looking at me. They were playing. Somebody moved in a seat. They came and sat beside me. A husband with 2 children. The children were looking at me. And later on, the man told me, oh, where am I from? I said, Cameroon. He said, oh, they are from Cameroon. He went to Cameroon in the Northwest region to study, to do a PhD, blah, blah, blah. They were Caucasians. And he started telling me that, oh, Cameroon, the way they speak English is different from the way they speak English in England. Like you say, wonderful. What wonderful means in Cameroon is different from English language. So sometimes I want to believe this Mr. Ashu doesn't understand with his malapropism. Yes, people speak good English, is different thing. To know the meaning of what you're talking is different. That's why we have dictionary. So he cannot come and say, I'm insulting the country. I'm not insulting the country. If I'm fighting for electricity, if I'm scrutinizing the government, holding them to account, this is what Mr. Ashu is supporting. thieves, Cam Gate, Kofi Gate, Olembe Gate, Glencoe Gate. Mr. Ashu Nyemti is supporting criminals. I'm not the one who put Ondondong in Kondenge. Titus Ezwa, Desiree Engo, Mendoze, Atanganakuna, Abba, you name the rest. These are criminals. And in a Western democracy, the buck stops with the president of the republic. Why? Because you are the one who appointed those people. Do you have a sane judgment to appoint criminals? If it was in the Western world, Mr. Biya would have resigned for appointing Odondo, who was a criminal, Titus Ezwa, Desiree Engo, Mendoze. In the Western world, you resign. The buck stops with Mr. Biya, which means you are responsible for something and you cannot pass that responsibility to another person. If I appoint you, you don't do well, I resign. That's how politics is in the Western world. So when Mr. Ashu Nyenti come and say, Maître Mona Alex Ndivelisinghe, you're insulting the country. Can I think of one positive thing? Mr. Ashu Nyenti, I've done a lot of good for that country. And I did not use taxpayers' money to do it. I fought for Biya University. That's a positive thing. Multipartism is positive thing. Biya University, positive thing. I'm fighting for electricity and pipe bomb water all over the Cameroon. That is positive things. Nobody, as a civilian, have done what I've done for that country. How many people have gone through Biya University? How many teachers do we have? Is because of people like myself. How many people have become members of parliament, earning a living? It's because of people like myself. When the teachers, trade union leaders, they were arrested, they were locked up in Kondenge. I slept in a cold winter in front of the Cameroon High Commission, and they were released. That's a person who loves his country. That's what the person will do. You guys sit in Yaoundé, the streets are dirty, you don't say anything. You don't care about the health of our people. A dirty street. And where Mr. Ashu Nyenti came from? I understand it's from Manu. Mr. Ashu Nyenti, you don't have light, electricity, pipe and water from where you come from. You left for your first time, you left at your village and came to Yaoundé. For you, you think you have high life now. Oh, I'm a big man, I'm in Yaoundé. Go and live in your village, let me see. You can't live there. If they put a presidential degree that everybody should live in his village, most of you will die. I can stay in Biya from all my life. There's light ever since I was born. The roads are tar where I live ever since I was born in Biya. I can live in my place. And I can live there without going to any other part of the Cameroons. It's a fact. I can live there. My place is beautiful. Everybody is coming to my town in Biya. Fako, everybody is coming there, even people from your tribe. But we don't go to your own places. You sit there. You come from a place that is dilapidated. No light, no electricity, no toilet. You come and be talking bub. Do you think we too cannot speak bub? Do you know Paul Biya more than me? Do you know Mr. Biya more than me? Go and ask Mr. Biya and Entourage. People who have met Paul Biya, ask Mr. Biya closest security people, do they know Maître Mola Alex Ndivelisinghe? They will tell you that Maître Alex Ndivelisinghe say no to fees, say Mbeti. That's the answer you will get. So because some of us, we don't do bub, keep that your bub for yourself. You come and talk, I should say one good thing about the country. Then you make untrue statement, damaging my reputation. And you cannot apologize. Do you know me? I don't talk about personality, but you are the people destroying the country. Now, most of you are silent. You say you're chief correspondent for Unity Palace. Why can't you go and interview Mr. Biya? They haven't seen Mr. Biya for 30 days. Huh? They haven't seen. Go and interview Mr. Biya. You sleep there, a slave like you. A slave, Mr. Ashu Nyenti. I call you a slave. An idiot. I don't talk about individuals. I live in the United Kingdom. I live in London. If you insult, you make false allegation about people, they hit you back. We used to have a Vice Prime Minister, John Presco. Somebody threw an egg on him. He punched the man. That's how we do in Britain. That's Anglo-Saxon culture. We don't do this your things that you scam people. Do you think Mr. Biya is a fool? When you people come and say, Mr. Biya is this, Mr. Biya is not a fool. You say you thank the head of state. Mr. Biya knows you guys are just looking for your Gary. So I'm still waiting. If you don't correct what you said about me, I'm sure you will have it hot. And I should make this clear. I also asked Mr. Ashu because he was dismissed in the then Yaoundé University by Agbotabi. He's a criminal. Don't see him like that. A criminal. He was dismissed by Agbotabi, the then chancellor of the Yaoundé University. This Ashu Niente, he was dismissed. And to dismiss somebody in those days in the university is something that it was very rare. And he ran away, went to Nigeria for exile. So I don't know if he disclosed the fact that he was dismissed for his criminality, what he did in Wakele. He should have been in prison, Mr. Ashu Niente. He should be in prison. That's his place. A criminal. And I don't know if Etudi knows what that man did in Wakele. It is alleged that people were planning to make coup d'etat against Mr. Biya. And that's the man who was part of maybe this allegation. That's him singing Mr. Biya's praises. Shame on you. It's people like you who betrayed Dr. Endeli. People like yourself. You betrayed Dr. Endeli. The dream of our people. And I'm telling you, Mr. Ashu Niente, if you don't come and make sure you apologize for what you said about me, you will get me. You don't know the piece of me. I don't talk about individuals. I've been doing politics for more than 35 years. I don't talk. Anybody who knows me, I don't call names. Things happen, I talk about my politics. I scrutinize the government. I hold them into account. The only reason I'm talking to you now because you're another stooge, another poodle of CRTV who are destroying our country. If you wanted to talk to me, you would have invited me on CRTV. Why don't you invite me and ask me those questions? I would have answered. That is what journalists, they do. You don't go to a public domain and make false allegation about me. Go, call me, come to CRTV, come and answer this question. I will answer. I put my side of the story. Don't come and hide somewhere behind the scene and be sending rubbish. And yesterday you were harassing me. Who gave you my number, Mr. Ashu Niente? Who gave you my number? Don't ever try and send message to me again. It's harassment. You don't have any right to send message to somebody you don't know. And before you write something about me in the public domain, watch out. Because I'm coming for you. You run that your mouth to other people. You don't know me. Mr. Ashu Niente, you don't know me. You don't know me. I'm coming after you. Let's play this is stupidity again. Let's listen to this. Is stupidity. This Mr. Ashu Niente.
See, from what you say and in your point of view, from what I gather, President Paul Biya is somebody Cameroonians can rely on to make things happen.
Boki, I tell you what, President Paul Biya is a blessing to this country. Cameroonians, we are lucky. We are made because we have Paul Biya, the helm of the state CAF. This president is our greatest marksman. He is our principal goal scorer. He has always taken us out of very difficult situations. First, because of his immense wisdom. Second, because of his aura and international clout. Those who meet President Paul Biya for the first time are out and bow in reverence, in respect for his profound knowledge and civility. The president of FIFA visited President Paul Biya today. You needed to have seen the pleasure of Gianni Infantino meeting President Paul Biya. I was at the Unity Palace. I saw things for myself, Moki. The president of FIFA gave President Biya a jersey as a memorabilia, as a symbolic transfer of President Paul Biya to the World FIFA football team. On that jersey was written number 9. And then Infantino insisted, this is not Messi, this is Biya. Do you know why he said that? Because Messi is considered as the greatest football player on earth. But Paul Biya is in a class of his own. He is one notch higher. He is without comparison. How many heads of state have that privilege? When you have a head of state with such stature, with such candor, such pedigree and with such subtlety, what else can you be asking for, Moki? It is like you are in a ship facing a tempest tossed, and you get up and remember the name and the track record of the captain, and you go back to sleep, knowing that whatever happens, the captain will rudder the ship to safer shores. That is a case of Cameroon with President Paul Biya. Fellow citizens, do not be weary. The ship of Cameroon is in safe hands. Have confidence in the captain. His name is Paul Biya.
The Chief Unity Palace correspondent, Ashu.
You're welcome.
Delusional criminal who was dismissed in Guakele. Criminal. Ask him, did you disclose why you were dismissed in Guakele? It's immaterial. It's material. You are a criminal. Let it to the nose. You are a criminal. You are part of a gang that is alleged they wanted to overthrow the Biya government. You are part of it. That's why Agbotabi dismissed you in Guakele. A criminal is running his mouth. Ashu, you have opened a canker worm. You get me. You go hear me. When you try me, when you see somebody wait quiet, in a talk, I get right for criticize, scrutinize the government. Go and read Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroon. That's what I'm doing. Because most of you stay in Cameroon, you just praise somebody because you want a job. Because you want a job, other people are dying because of your action. No road, no hospital. People sick in that country, they come because you want to be following. When they put you, the president is going somewhere, you follow. Why are you not where Mr. Biya is in Swiss? Go and send us a video. Go and interview him. Go and interview Mr. Biya, Mr. Ashu. People are waiting. When they use people like you, do you think I cannot work with that government? If I want to work with them today inside today, they will give me that job. I don't want to work with them because they are not doing anything good for the country. If you're working with them, you're destroying the country. It's a government of destruction. Look at Singapore. Singapore used to be better off. Cameroon used to be better off than Singapore. Today, Singapore is competing with the Western countries. Look at Dubai. It took how long to build Dubai? Qatar. All these countries, they were countries that Cameroon was above them. And you sit there because you think you have left your village in Manu and you came where? To, how do you call it? You are in Yaoundé, you think Yaoundé is overseas. It's people like you, when you leave Manu, you go to Boya from your village, you think that Fako is overseas. Rubbish. And you have to apologize. And I make sure that Etudi should look into your dossier because you are a criminal. That is why Agbotabi dismissed you from the then Yaoundé University. You ran away, you went to Nigeria. That's what happened. So you should learn that when a leader of a political party is scrutinizing and holding the government to account, you don't praise. Name me one country on earth where an opposition political leader comes and is praising the government. You scrutinize the government, hold them into account because you want to replace them. I want the government of La République du Cameroon, the CPDM party, to know that if British Cameroon National Party is in power, we'll construct the deep sea port, we'll do the ring road, we'll use taxpayers' money, and we'll fight all this embezzlement, corruption. That's what I'm saying. We are better off in government than the do-nothing CPDM government. That is not negativity. That is not an insult. It's doing politics. That's how they do politics in the democratic country. So get this note. When you criticize or scrutinize or hold the government to account, it is not insult. Because I'm sure you people don't even understand politics in that country. That's why British Cameroon National Party wants to come and teach you politics. You people don't know what's politics. You think politics is about we thank the head of state? You people have parliament, you cannot debate. The president is not there, the parliament, they cannot come and talk about it or debate in parliament. In the UK, they debate everything. Every little thing like this, they debate it in parliament in the UK. So that's why parliament is there. So nota bene. And ladies and gentlemen, once more, this has been Droit de Reponse. Replying this delusionary, what are they calling? Is it chief correspondent to the Unity Palace, Ashu? He's a criminal. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinke, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a great weekend.
À l'Assemblée, il y a Dieu.